want people to think about what I'm thinking. I don't want them to see the emotions I feel.
So I'm gonna give you a card. You tell me if it's more like mom or if it's more like dad.
What does it say?
Strong.
Why do you say your dad is strong?
He has some physical power and he doesn't cry, become weak fast.
Why do you say your dad is strong?
Because he can carry anything. She comes from head of the family.
Yeah, why do you think your mom is the head of the family?
Because my dad tells me to go to my mom for everything.
Dad.
Why?
Because he's only big. Actually, dad is the head of the family, but whenever I want something, I ask my mom. Dad, he'll be like, ask your mom first.
Oh, he cooks for me, obviously mom.
Your dad never cooks?
Yeah, he cooked very little, once, not more.
Does your dad ever cook?
No. No, as long as I remember. So it's maybe.
Angry?
Whose anger is more scarier?
Dad.
Dad's. Mom is always angry, but when my dad gets angry.
What does it say?
Cries.
Have you ever seen your dad crying?
I haven't seen my dad cry.
So you've never seen your dad cry at all?
No.
Okay, and your mother?
Yes.
Family is the first agent for socialization. So family does play a role in defining our gender roles, in making us a man and a woman.
So we start off with when a newborn baby is born. If it's a boy, you get a blue blanket. If it's a girl, you get a pink blanket. So we want to label the gender so strongly. You imagine the impact on that child as he or she grows up.
What I feel is, even as parents now, for example, us, we feel we are quite liberal and, we wouldn't distinguish between the boy child and a girl child. But we grew up seeing our parents showing the difference. And so, though I don't want to show any difference to my two children about a girl and a boy, in our house as husband and wife, we have demarcated responsibilities. I handle the kitchen, he doesn't come in there, he handles outside work.
It's two things, what is inside them and what they have to show outside. So what they are seeing from a father figure is not showing his emotions. I've never seen my husband crying, whereas my children have seen me crying all the time.
It's the same cycle repeating, no? Was the father taught how to emote? No. He was always told, boys are boys, you have to do this, you can't do that. So when he has grown up, when he is a parent, he thinks my job is to provide for the family. It is my wife's job to take care of the emotional needs of my children, be it a boy or a girl. So many men who will say, I am doing everything for my child, but how much of quality time are you spending with him? Do you make him talk about his emotions and does he come and share with you? No, that he does with his mother.
Yeah, my dad, again, it's like genetically encoded into him as well, He doesn't express his feelings. Other than happiness, he never shows, let alone us, even his own siblings, how he feels, if he's sad or if he's upset, he doesn't show it. He deals with it himself. So that kind of restricted me because I didn't know how to express my emotions to him when I've never seen his emotions.
A 5-year-old boy falls down and starts crying, probably his father will come and say, don't cry like a girl. Gender has nothing to do with it. He's hurt and he's crying. So from there it is built up. into that. So he has to suppress his tears. Okay. When he suppresses his tears, he also suppresses sharing. And when this suppression takes place at an early age, beyond adolescence, it comes out in the form of anger. So I'm not allowed to cry, but I'm allowed to shout.
So, what's your favorite toy?
My favorite toy is a video game. Actually, say my cycle.
I mostly game on a PS4.
My favorite toy is basically like the bat, so like the bats and balls. Racing car.
Why?
Because it's so fast.
Do you like playing with dolls?
No.
Why not?
Because it's all girly.
Would you like to play with a Barbie doll?
No.
Never. I hate playing with Barbie dolls.
Why? Why?
Because so good.
Really? What about
But I
you?
don't like it.
Male peer groups are like in external things. They play games together. There may be one friend with whom they might share everything, but in a female peer groups it's much more intimate. It all comes from the roles that we assign to man and a woman.
I know that girls are always there for each other. Like, it's an unspoken bond between you guys, right? Like, if it's something is going wrong, like, so even with the look in a eye, you guys can know, like, and then you're there for the other person. For guys, it's not like that, I don't think so.
I remember when my football team had lost. Like it was the finals. It was a really important tournament, and I was in tears. And other people around me went, and I could just tell that they're putting on like a really brave face. Like they're like, I can't cry in this open area. Like girls are there, they'll see this. People are there, and I had no problem. Like problem as in like I lost, so I was like in tears and stuff. But I think that's it. I think guys just try to put on a brave face whenever they can to seem cool or whatever.
Film itself is a very powerful medium. It's also a route of escape. But what happens is you internalize everything that you see there and you want to imitate this person who you think is a hero. And what is dangerous is because it's so it happens at a very subconscious level. Nobody actually needs to sit down and tell you.
The discussion surrounding Kabir Singh and how it kind of made toxic masculinity seem something which is very normal. So I think a lot of these films, the problem with a lot of films is that they are making something which needs to be questioned. They are normalizing it.
Movies or something influence boys to not to cry because they always have the stereotype of hero and heroine, right? So hero will not cry, he will fight. And heroine is the one who's asked hero to save. That's how it works.
It does suppress men in a lot of ways because these gender roles are so unfortunately so watertight that there is no flexibility. We are constantly seeing them in these extremes. He cannot afford to have a soft side, he cannot shed a tear, he cannot be too expressive, and he cannot wear soft colors. He can never come across as soft.
If someone cries, like boys cry, they'll be like, you're not a girl, you're not supposed to cry.
You shouldn't break easily. Don't be like girls. That's the worst way to say it.
It's like लड़की की तरह क्यों रो रहा है?
मर्द को दर्द नहीं है. It's like the first thing you're taught. Like before you say माँ or like pa, like you learn how to talk or like बेटा तुम्हें दर्द नहीं होना चाहिए. Like
saying don't be a pussy, man up, grow some balls.
Guys, obviously, when they grow up, watch their dad. So, like how I grew up, I watch my dad. He's a proper, he's a man's man kind of a guy. So, his first reaction to everything was always anger. So, and for the longest time, I thought that was very cool, and he looked very cool doing it as well.
So, in today's society, I would say people expect men to be strong, to not show their emotions, to not cry, and that's That's not done. That's not fair.
Everyone talks about, like, yeah, if you get physically hurt, then yeah, you go to a hospital and everything, but then nobody talks about mental health.
A really close friend of mine, he went through something really tragic and he closed up. He texted me and he told me what happened, and in those texts he told me that he doesn't want to talk about it at all. He just wants to see me as a distraction. He just wants me to distract him whenever we talk about, like, if anything comes up. So I mean, I did that, but then I saw the effects of that in him.
Starting from early childhood, not differentiating between boys and girls, telling him it's okay to cry, make boys come out continuously with their feelings.
Traditional mindsets are still there slightly in our head, and that might sort of reflect on the next generation very slightly, and then the next generation even more slightly, and I guess that's how we will get out of it.
I do think that people should, like, especially someone super close to me, like my child, I do think that I'd want to have a good relationship with him, because I have a good relationship with my mom, and that's like super, I really like it.
I would talk more to my future kids if that happens. Just more about, like, what they're, like, emotionally facing.
People should cry. It's like taking a shit for your heart.